Welcome to this explainer. Today, we're unpacking a topic that honestly touches absolutely every single one of us. We're looking at the heavy, sometimes totally suffocating reality of human failure, and we're contrasting it with a really powerful message extracted straight from our source text: God's grace is greater than your mistakes. If you've ever messed up, fallen short, or just kind of felt like there was literally no way back from a bad decision, well, this explainer is designed exactly for you. We're going to look at the mechanics of how divine power actually interacts with our own human imperfection. So, are your mistakes too big? I want you to take a second and actually reflect on that. Really think about your own past failures. We all carry around this mental filing cabinet of things we just wish we hadn't done, words we really wish we could take back, and decisions that basically let us off course. We so often convince ourselves that we've crossed some sort of permanent line, right? That we've just gone too far. Establishing this feeling is exactly why this explainer matters to you right now. We have to confront the perceived magnitude of our own mistakes to truly grasp the sheer magnitude of the solution the text is offering us. Okay, let's dive into this. Section 1, the weight of human failure, hopelessness and guilt. And Section 2, grace greater than mistakes, divine power. So what exactly is this power? The text defines grace as unmerited favor and divine power that completely overcomes and supersedes human mistakes. Right there on the screen, this is the exact mechanism of God's power we're unpacking today. This isn't just about someone casually saying, "Hey, don't worry about it, you're good." The text presents grace as an active, divine mechanism. It's unmerited, meaning you absolutely cannot earn it by suddenly trying to be perfect, and it possesses the sheer power to completely supersede your failures. It operates on a level that, frankly, our normal human logic of cause and effect really struggles to grasp. The source states, no sin is too big for God's grace. Just let that absolute statement breathe for a second. Think about the most massive mistake you believe you've ever made. The source material is making a definitive, absolute claim here. It's stating, without any exception, that God's power completely dwarfs human failure. The equation is always unbalanced entirely in favor of grace. Your biggest mistake? It's finite. But this grace? It's infinite.
And this brilliantly illustrates the absolute foundation of that infinite grace. God still loves you. Despite our failures, the source promises that this fundamental truth of divine love remains entirely unchanged by your actions. It is a constant. In our day-to-day lives, we're so used to conditional love that gets withdrawn or diminished when we mess up. But the text argues that divine love doesn't fluctuate based on some sort of performance review. It's the steady bedrock that actually makes grace possible in the first place.
Section 3, moving from guilt to grace, a paradigm shift. Check this out. On one side, we have guilt, tied to the past, leaving us broken. On the flip side, we have grace, opening up the future, leaving us restored. Notice how the text directly juxtaposes the heavy weight of our past with the total freedom of a restored future. The text essentially treats guilt like this backward-looking anchor, while grace is a forward-looking engine. It's a complete paradigm shift. So, the crucial point is this: your past does not define your future. Grace isn't just about pretending you didn't do what you did. It actively rewrites the narrative of your life. The text absolutely insists that your failures are just chapters in your story. They are not the conclusion. When grace enters the picture, it literally breaks the chain of cause and effect that falsely dictates a broken past automatically equals a broken future. Section 4, Jesus restores broken lives, an active intervention. Let's break down how this restoration actually works in practice, based directly on the text's promise of second chances. Here's a very logical, structured progression. Step 1, acknowledging the mistake. You just cannot fix what you refuse to face, right? Step 2, receiving God's grace. Notice the specific word receiving there. Not earning it, not buying it, you simply have to accept it. And step 3, getting a second chance. The source outlines this highly accessible step-by-step path right out of failure. Let's anchor this with some tangible actions. Based on the text, God's intervention forgives you completely, restores what is broken, gives second chances, and provides hope after failure. Now, this isn't just vague feel-good optimism. The text promises a comprehensive overhaul of your entire situation. It covers the past through complete forgiveness, it addresses your present by restoring what's broken, and it firmly secures the future by providing second chances and real, tangible hope. God's mercy never runs out. Let the magnitude of that infinite mercy truly sink in for a moment.
A super common fear after a massive failure is that we finally used up our last chance, right? Like we've hit our quota for forgiveness. Well, this quote warmly reminds us that this isn't just some one time offer or a limited time promotion. God's power over human failure is not a scarce resource, it is literally an endless well.
Section 5, Embracing the Morning Prayer Daily Application. Let's move to and see how this builds into our daily routines. How do we actually apply the theology? Well, through a daily renewal of hope and grace. The morning prayer mentioned in the source text isn't just a rote ritual you have to memorize. It represents a daily practical embrace of God's power and grace. Think of it kind of like a daily reset button. It means waking up and actively deciding to leave yesterday's guilt in the past and stepping into today fully equipped with that unmerited favor. So we've covered a lot of ground today, unpacking the profound mechanics of how grace systematically dismantles our guilt. I want to leave you with this final, really provocative thought directly from the source text. Will you let your past define your future, or will you accept grace today? The power to overcome human failure is fully 100% available, but the text makes it incredibly clear that it requires a decision on your part. You can keep carrying the heavy weight of your mistakes, or you can step right into restoration. Ultimately, the choice is yours.